Scarabray became a wintry night. Foes from below, blood on the snow, bright crimson on white. A madman's story of ancient glory brought death from far away. For eldritch power did Mangar scour the depths of Scarabray.
The song I sing will tell the tale of a cold and wintry day, of castle walls and torchlit halls, and a price men had to pay. When evil fled and brave men bled, the Dark One came to stay, till men of old, for blood and gold, had rescued Scarabray.
Ready?
Not hardly.
Hanging's too good for them! Give them the drum! This is only the beginning.
Thus, children, shall the Sword Father smite all who befriend the old races.
Hail, Henrid!
He shall drive the elf and the dwarf back to their wretched holes. He shall burn the witches and warlocks who make pact with them.
Oh, that's a bad business. And no mistake.
I don't understand. What did they do? What was their crime?
Their crime? Existing was their crime. The Fatherites don't like our kind. Come on, before those paladins give us a second glance.
I'll give them a second glance. And maybe a...
Oh, here now! Save it! You'll only get yourself killed. And we need you. You're looking at me like you think old Rabbie's had a few too many. Well, maybe I have. But this is no drunkard's fancy. You've been in my dreams 7 nights now, and each one with the same... They all start with some evil slithering out of the darkness, and you driving it back from whence it came. But I don't make it to the happy ever after. And there's a moment right at the end where you could save me, and instead you choose not to. Oh, maybe that means I shouldn't trust you. But you're the best hope we've got. So I guess I'll just have to pray that... Anyway, hero, let's get back to the Adventurers Guild. I've a... This way. You can't swing a cat in Scarabray these days without hitting a paladin. Not that I'm prone to swinging cats.
Hot soup! Delicious soup! Best soup you'll ever have!
I've known some good
That's what I say. I've known elves, dwarves and trow all my life.
Come here for soup, have you? Well, soup is not an adequate description for what you'll be getting. You'll be getting fulfillment, joy, the tender embrace of your mother's arms. This is not just soup, it is a revelation, a liquid epiphany, heaven by the spoonful. There is no question that this soup is good enough for you. The question you have to ask yourself is, am I good enough for this soup? Good enough for you? No. On consideration, ruffians.
I'm only trying to get...
Seems like they're hanging anyone. They hanged my shoemaker last week.
He must have done something wrong. The temple knows what it's doing.
Cabbage! Aye? Cabbage? Carrot? Cabbage? Aye.
I do feel sorry for the elves. Really, I do.
Shh! Don't say that out loud.
Here we are. The guild.
Oh, Rebby, a new recruit?
There were more folk killed last night. Some great beast, they said.
And again, they blame us for it.
What I just saw at Henred's hanging tree was the last straw. We have to...
Do you hear that?
The song of the maiden. What does it foretell this time?
heretics! Burn this den of evil to the ground!
This way, hero! Hurry!
You make me sick.
Why are you being...
Why are you even?
If you make me fight, I'll...
It would be so nice.
Come on, fight!
It hurts me just...
You have no honor!
Were you born this annoying or did you study?
Try. You make me sick.
Oh, we made it. What a nightmare, eh? Come on. We've got to get to the old guild and figure a way to protect ourselves. The Adventurers Guild from back before the old town was buried is still here after all these years. Just a little filthier and liable to collapse. At least it's well hidden. No danger of another visit from the Fatherites. Come on. We're looking for a green door. Hold on, hero. You'd better touch that lock. There. Now you're safe. No matter what befalls, you'll come right back to here.
Adventurers? How did they escape the fire?
Bide a moment. Don't think these are any friends of ours. No, they're up to mischief. We'll have to fight them, I fear.
Kill! Kill for the master! Last chance to run, you craven!
First Kalanish!
want
First Kalanish!
They're trying something.
Yeah, no,
First Kalanish! First Kalanish!
Lost my focus.
Kill for the masters? What masters, I wonder? Maybe those rogues were carrying something to burn down these boards. What did you find on them? Searching for us, I'll wager. We'd better steer clear.
We'll win this easy.
Adventurers! Pluck that war's end!
I want extra for this!
Whatever.
Get over there!
On your word.
Who, me?
Make my mind! Get out of my...
That was a nasty scrap. Let's see to our wounds.
What's that? Liam, get him!
Let's get this done with!
First Kalanish!
Ready?
I'm waiting!
First Kalanish!
Yeah.
First Kalanish!
Channeling!
Coming through!
There's another luckstone. Better safe than sorry, Barrows.
You fools! You let them scatter! Now we shall have to drag them out again! The people must see what a danger these outcasts are! Find them! Find them!
More paladins. Can't let them spot us. Edge left and stick to the shadows. The Adventurers Guild is just around the corner.
This'll be fun. Oh no! They'll kill us all!
What is that?
One eye, one leg, one arm. Is it a Fashan? I've sung songs about them, but I never thought I'd see one.
Okay. Go on. What do I know? You're the boss. We've got patrols looking for survivors. No need to go out and get yourself killed.
Right in front of me. I didn't know whether to shit or scream.
What do you want? Forgive me, my bile. 'Tis not you who have stirred it, but these cursed clods who broke my best lute and battered me with their oafish fists. If you need an instrument, I have a few I am willing to sell. I'm trying to raise a mob fevered by the Fatherites. They accused me of trying to lure some badish boy into the shadows, then set upon me with fist and boot. Had not a fellow adventurer been passing, I've no doubt I would have hung from their tree. Fortunately, a dwarf named Dalgleish saw my peril and dragged me to safety, taking many blows himself. I am in his debt. Not the finest instruments you'll ever find. Just a few I've acquired over the years. Please. May you have better fortune than your fair friend Mary. How... Good luck, friends.
Do not fear me, friends. I beg you. Yes, I am a Fatherite, but I no longer take orders from Bishop Henred or any of his compatriots. It is they who are not Fatherites, for they have abandoned the Sword Father's tenets. Thus, I have broken with them and come here to this refuge to do what a priest must always do. The Sword Father was a man once, a king of Lestras who valiantly drove out foreign invaders and sacrificed himself for the security of his people. Such was his honor and goodness that he became a god upon his death, and his daughter, known as the Blessed Lady, an all-merciful goddess. Together they watch over mankind, the Father inspiring them in times of trouble, the Blessed Lady comforting them when the storm has passed. He did not seem so terrible when first he arrived. Ambitious, yes, but still compassionate and with a keen intellect that was never satisfied. Then slowly his mind became less flexible, his fears more consuming and his compassion reserved only for his own kind. Where once the temples helped all, Henred ordered that only the faithful be fed and all others be turned away. It only got worse from there, as you know, and I now fear. I was reprimanded for aiding a dwarf. And when I defended myself, Henred demanded I give up my ministry. I left without looking back. But I haven't left the truth. Well, I do what I can. Healing, comforting, feeding, advising. If you are sick or let me see what ails you. If you seek to channel the power of your god for good works, yes, I can show you. First, however, I would ask a favor. Some of Henred's so-called paladins have looted sacred relics and are wearing them as medals, it seems. As if covering one's self in holy artifacts made one more holy. Preposterous. I know Paladin Captain Beckwith, who patrols the road near Fetter Cairn, wears one. If you could get it from him, so I may bless you, friends. Aye. Cabbage, carrots, cabbage. Aye.
Welcome, Frick. I'm Reza, and this is Palafax. How can we help you? New folks arriving here every day, driven out of their homes by monsters or paladins or what have you, and they all need to eat and sleep. Oh, I haven't much, but we share what we have. If you need food, it's there. A place to lie down, The houses across the way are safe, and if you're wounded, get in that line there. We'll see to you as soon as we can. It was all chaos here when the attack started, so somebody had to organise. Me and Palafax here, my husband, we started finding blankets and food for the rest and keeping watch as best we could. Not doing too bad so far, but there's more folk coming in every day. Ah, my bold, brave husband. Always manages to find trouble where no one else can. Good thing for a guard, I suppose. Not so easy on his wife, though. Well, at least we're in trouble together this time. Help out if you can. We need it.
Poor folk. More every day. Where are we going to fit 'em all? If you need food and healing, see my wife here, Raisa. If you need a blade or some leather on your back, see me. And if you're fit enough, we could use some help holding back the darkness, as the city watch ain't likely to help us down here. And why shouldn't I be? Was with them for 30 years until this Henred becomes Bishop of the Fatherites. Then all of a sudden being Einar is a sin, fired for worshipping the wrong gods, took my house and tried to burn poor Raisa as a witch. Pooh! Spent half my life arresting the rats that lived in Skara Brae below, and now I'm down here helping them. Oh, it's a funny old world, eh? I've got some likely lads patrolling the camp. But what we really need is some hardy souls to go into the dark and clear some streets. Things seem to be breeding in there. Raisa's my wife. Met her at her father's tavern. Oh, wouldn't look at me at first, but then, well, I guess she got used to me. I won't find a kinder person in all of Caith. I don't know how I got so lucky. Have a look. Thanks for looking.
Stay still. You must rest.
Here we are. I told Orlo not to let anybody in who didn't give him the wildland whistle. Give it a try.
That's the tune! Welcome, friend. Hello, Robbie. Glad to see...
One minute. I gotta make a little speech. And this time, I hope we won't be interrupted. All friends, lend me your ears a moment. Well, friends, seems the Fatherites have decided to wipe us adventurers out once and for all. Not sure if they really think we're behind all the murder and mayhem that's been plaguing Skara Brae, or if they just want a scapegoat. But either way, if we ever want to live in peace again, We have to prove to those bastard sword priests that we're not the enemy. And the best way to do that is to bring them the enemy. Now, I'm sending messengers to the elves and dwarves to petition their help in this. That help, however, may be long in coming. So we need a few brave souls here and now, willing to hunt down whoever's behind this terror and deliver them to the priests. Not just to save Skara Brae, not just to save the Adventurers Guild, but to save the lives of all the elves, dwarves, trow, adventurers, outcasts, and practitioners of magic in Caith. So, any volunteers? Well, you know where I'll be when you make up your mind. Ah, I knew you'd come forward, hero. Now, listen. Seems the raid on the Adventurers Guild was just one attack among many today. There's atrocities happening all over Skara Brae. And Dalgleish, Ringneck and the Green Lady, who you met during the fighting, have gone to look into some of them. I promised I'd send help if I could find any. Would you look for them and give them a hand? This is the old town, the original Skara Brae. When the mad god Tarjan attacked it with fire and storm a century and a half ago, the earth shook so the muddy hills around the town flowed down and buried it to the gables. Ever since, the poor and outcast and outlaw have been digging it out again, little by little. Now, there's not much more to tell. I can never remember any details of where or how. I just know the troubles we're having now will end when you end them. And somehow, you'll end me too. The Fatherites claim that elves, dwarves, trow, and those who practice magic or follow the old ways are enemies of their faith. But until all this magical mayhem started, the most they would do was preach against us. Now it seems they want to wipe us out. As if that would make them safe. Ha! Ringneck's a collector, I'll call him. Likes shiny things. He was looking into a kidnapping in Wellbottom, the trow camp here in Skara Brae below. I'd look for him first as Wellbottom's nearby. Then he can help you find the others. Dalgleish is a dwarf smith, and a long-time protector of Skara Brae. Someone's been attacking his clients, and he fears it's because he's investigating these terrors. He was off just before the raid to lie in wait for the devils at a client's stall in Skara Brae above. She's an elf who dedicated herself to caring for the poorest in Skara Brae. She'd heard some rumours of elves luring children away from their families, like in the old tales. If you need some kit, peek in those crates. Won't do to go around defenceless in days like these.
If you want something, spit it out. No time for any hemming and hawing. Aside from listening to Jackdaw and Numpties, I hire out sellswords to them that can afford it. Not without a token, you won't. Go see the sisters if you're looking for charity. Fine. Thank you kindly for your business. Now piss off.
Not many creature comforts yet here at the new guild, but Granny Goodnight and I managed to put a few kegs in a barrow as we were running out. So, how about a drink? In the old days, the guild was out in the open. A place for treasure hunters, sell swords, and practitioners to find work and tell tall tales. These days, it's the last refuge for anyone who doesn't fit into the Fatherites' narrow little world. Mages, rogues, folk of the old races. They can all have a drink and know they're not going to have any trouble. Didn't he make it? Poor soul. Paladin got her before I could get him. No half the barkeep she was, but I'll do my best. It's no mu- Happy drinking, friend.
Hello, friend. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Sir Stephen of Dengler. Can't talk long. Black Hawk and I are... That's right, flying. I ride on the back of a great hawk, crossing land and sea as easy as others cross the street. It's always been a dream of mine to circumnavigate the world, and I'm well on my way. Black Hawk is the name of my Black Hawk. Yes, he's a big old bird. Wings wider than the gates of Scarabray. Have him perched on top of Kyralan's tower right now. But you can't see him. Oh no, I made him... See you soon.
A practitioner. Listen, I want you to know that though I am Roscoe, this is not the Emporium, and what I have on sale here in no way reflects the quality of the goods that I offer there. I'm only here selling this rubbish because the Emporium has been flattened by a giant and occupied by Trow. Yes, the 7th of that name, and the 1st, Fian helped me, to abandon the store. Even in the aftermath of Tarjan's destruction, my ancestors kept the doors open, while I'm a disgrace to the name. The rarest, most exclusive collection of magical and mystical items, elixirs and ingredients ever assembled in Scarabray, now pounded into rubble and occupied by Trow mercenaries who are ambushing every poor practitioner who comes through the door looking for me. It is an intolerable situation. My reputation and... Oh, just a moment. Well, when I escaped the Emporium, I happened to take with me a lantern of illusion. If you could drive out the Trow that currently occupy the Emporium, then set the lantern on the hook outside the door, it will make the place impossible for undesirables to find until I can return and clean it up a bit. After that, if you find yourself in need of best quality magical merchandise, why, I would gratefully sell it to you for a deep... Excellent. Thank you for coming to Roscoe's. Please, come again.